That's definitely big facts.
That's none of spade wisdom right there.
Yeah.
That's wisdom. That's real. Now, as far as what we were talking about with I'm gonna try to recap. So Black Lives Matter, and this is kind of a far fetched theme. So kind of just stick with me here. All right. So initially, we was kind of shocked that Donald Trump got elected president as a reality star host and all of that stuff like that. Someone so outspoken on Twitter, he was elected president, and I believe he was the perfect person for him to be in office to carry on their agenda, because he kind of seemed like he was oblivious to what was going on. Sad to say he's a Gemini, but bro, I might not be able to rock with you on this one. All right, so the Black Lives Matter stuff happened immediately right after that. Corona happened, two back-to-back historic events. All right, and then he didn't get elected for another term, which is kind of rare in America. We rushed back in the Democrats. All right, Sir Joe Biden, Cool Joe, as we used to call him with Obama. So, doing research, our $20 bill, Andrew Jackson is on there, aka the birth of the Democratic Party. He founded the Democrat Party. So, after doing some research, Andrew Jackson was a slave owner. All right. Sad to say, he was my favorite president as a young boy growing up because he got in a duel. He took a shot like 50 Cent and then killed somebody. And I was like, oh, that's my favorite president. Not knowing what this man did, right? So our seventh president, Andrew Jackson, who is on our $20 bill and the birth of the Democratic Party, he is responsible for the Trail of Tears. He is responsible for wiping out the Cherokee tribe. He is responsible for wiping out 5 different tribes that was in Alabama and Georgia and all of those southern states. He was the ones that kicked them out of their homes. The ones that decided to fight back, he slaughtered them. He gave the order. Andrew Jackson, on our $20 bill. And he made them march to Oklahoma, thousands of miles away. He confiscated 256 million acres from these Native American tribes and slaughtered them. A large reason why we don't see any Native Americans today. I don't think I've ever really met like a straight up Native American. They might be mixed with something, but you follow me?
It's a lot with the Native American thing because, a lot of people bought their status to be Native Americans. I don't know if you ever heard of $5 Indians, but there was Europeans buying their Native American status for like $5.
Motherfuckers wasn't Indian though.
No, not at all. And we were the true Native Americans, indigenous people. Mixed with the G, Olmec, the G being the XI, which is if you pay attention to Mexico, it got XI right in the middle of it. So it's a lot with all that. I'm not really a historian. I really try to focus on what's going on now and what needs to happen in the future. But
let me finish my statement real quick. And that's another thing I was thinking about. His last name is Jackson. Is Andrew Jackson an original slave owner of my closest friends? You follow me? You know what I'm saying? Are they derived from this Democratic Party that so many of us African Americans worship today? The Democrats, as some of us say. And that's why my rant is done. That's why it was hard for me to vote yesterday, Democrat or Republican, because I would have to do so much fine-tuning research on every single different person to figure out who to vote for. I can't just go in and vote all Democrat like they try to tell me in that building.
I voted for Gobana yesterday.
Thank you. I'm confused, but thank you.
I vote for you every day, bro.
Thank you, brother.
I just want you to win. You winning means I win.
That's exactly what that means. That's real. So my rant's over, but yeah, go ahead.
I really don't have much to say. I'm gonna let the ladies speak or Tone or you know what I mean.
Oh, that was just interesting to know because I'm still learning though, but basically found out that I'm Cherokee, 100%. So that was interesting to know.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna do a little bit more digging on that.
Absolutely.
Cherokee
Trell,
Choctaw over here.
Trail of Tears. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I am,
You gotta
to be honest.
you gotta do your genealogy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you
I sure
atheist.
do. Yo, you gotta chill, yo.
Check the dog's rolls and all that.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I mean?
definitely gotta do some
But
research on
like
that.
I said, it's knowledge itself. Once we know who we are, know what we are, there are keys. So when Il Goddess spoke earlier and she was talking about, religion being man made, my philosophy on religion is a way of life. So if we get out of the man made religions and the ways that they're practiced, and we looked at them from a different point of view, whereas to we study them from a standpoint of reading the undercurrents, because there's a lot of knowledge and wisdom in it, but we sit there and take it for face value as if that's what it is, but it's allegorical, and there's a lot of depth to what's being um, relayed in those messages, right? So if we really look at it and practice what's in these religions instead of just being part of a cult, you know what I mean? If we cultivate ourselves into the practices, then we'll be better as a people. You know what I mean? Because religion has to become a way of life. What you do religiously is what is going to determine what happens to you in life in general.
Amen. And I want to circle back to a question that you asked at the beginning of the podcast. And I feel like this could possibly be the key. I'm hyped. All right, so you asked the question, do you feel as though older artists, because all of us make music, like you said, 37, I'm 35, y'all ladies are later 20s, right? I don't know if you are.
She probably not gonna tell you either.
All right. I respect it. All right, cool. So, now, in the music industry, traditionally, when we would sign to them, they would sign younger artists. Especially to this day, they sign teenagers that don't know sense of self and that can't go on tracks and spit wisdom. So, do you feel as though you guys mentioned that music is so powerful? So, what if 30s and 40s, you see Jay-Z, the stuff Jay-Z was rapping about in his 20s, as opposed to the stuff that he's rapping about now? What's that song he got with Rick Ross and Meek Mills? Jay-Z?
Free.
Yeah, Free. What's Free? You follow me? The stuff that he raps about now in his 444 album, that type of wisdom, that now what if that was hip hop? What if that was culture? You know what I'm saying?
That'd be
And
nice.
that would help save our humanity. And when we talk about you know, rest in peace to everybody in the Holocaust. Hitler was a horrible man. One thing that he did say, he said, if you want to control a country, control the media and control the education. And I feel like the Jews learned to control the media and they said never again. I feel like that is something that they said and that they're doing. Do you feel as though if we as older artists started to pop, started to buzz, and started to feed that music to our younger culture, do you feel as though that would help reverse what we have going on today?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I do feel like there would have to be a methodical way that you went about fishing the younger generation, because they've already been dipped and bleached and washed and like the day-to-day twerk on my, sit on my, eat on my, mumble rap. So it's just kind of like, yes, like we do have that power, but like we would have to really use our innovativeness and our creativity and out of the box thinking to fish them, because they're so hooked and addicted to what's cool, what's trending, what's going to get them viral, what's going to get them the most views. So it's just like, that's another battle in itself. It's a battle for attention. Attention is currency. We're all fighting to be seen. We're all fighting for attention. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like how you're going about getting the attention. We post on social media to get the attention of consumers, to consume our art, our products, our brand, whatever it is. There's no problem in wanting the attention. It's just how you're going about it and how it's affecting you and like how you're moving. So yes, like the old heads or the older ones, we can use our gifts, our musical talents to put the wisdom out there 100%. There's nothing stopping us. But we would really have to be super innovative and quirky and add that razzle dazzle to fish the kids and the youth because
Facts.
they just want that quick stuff.
It has to be given, so they say.
Right. Because, you know, we can't just come out and be old heads and doing old head shit because that's not what they vibe to. Like, I can't even lie. Trying to digest the newer music as it was coming along, I hated a lot of shit, right? I'm a hater by nature. I ain't gonna lie, I hate on everything. But it's grown on me now. I would much rather listen to little whoever than, let's say, the conscious rappers and shit because that shit just don't move me, to be honest. You know what I mean? Right. So today I came up with a phraseology because I always say that God is our guide in life. Like, that's really what the word is, like vibrationally in me. Guide. So when we're looking for guidance, I was thinking like, also like go dance, like God dance, like go dance, is and relating to what the sister Ginger said, right? As far as certain forms of dance and just things that we do naturally, even though it might be perceived to be like negative now and actually done in ways that would be dysfunctional or deviant, it's still something that's just naturally in us. Something like, even like wearing chains and, you know, flashing and all that. We were kings and queens and shit, so we was top. So of course we gravitate towards the vain shit, you know what I'm saying? So the point is to go dance, like to really go out here and put in that work, be ourselves and just be free. But as far as, and you know, getting in touch with the youth, if you notice they dancing. And to me, they dancing off key, but it's on key because they dancing on the beat. They dancing on the words of the song. They dancing on what you saying. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's hard. Like, I can't do none of that shit, like, to be honest. I'm used to, like, whining and, you know what I mean, all that freaky natural shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, yeah, you know what I mean? The reproduction whole thing, you know what I mean? But, that's what it's going to take, though. We got to have that razzle dazzle. We got to have that, them vibes. We got to create those. But first of all, I think we need to black out. All that music shit and all that shit got to get cut off. I think that we can't keep strengthening the hand of the evildoers. You know what I'm saying? Our oppressors is laughing in our fucking face because they know that we're going to buck dance. We're going to be coons and all that shit because they waving this little dollar in front of our face. You know what I'm saying? So once we make that not, like Ye said, he don't give a fuck about none of that shit. He lost billions and shit just now and all that. But he's for God right now. You know what I'm saying? And he's guiding a lot of people, whether people was with him in the beginning or not, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is starting to latch on now. They starting to like see the bigger picture. So, like I said, nature's going to take course and everything going to come full circle because that's where it started at. That zero, that nothingness. That
and I just want to add that Ye just bought Parler, which is a social media app. And I think that's on his agenda to, you know, at least get some sort of platform for freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech. Download Parler.
Wow.
And you know he closer with Elon. Elon just bought Twitter, so who knows what's going on.
Exactly. Now, speaking of who knows what's going on, in reference to spiritual warfare, I teach everyone to believe half of what you see, none of what you hear, and all of what you can prove and measure for as long as you can prove and measure, because change is the only constant. We might think that people are saviors or martyrs or whatever the fuck they doing in our face, right? But behind closed doors, none of that shit ever matters, bro, because we can be easily duped by what the powers that be are trying to put in front of us so that we can pay attention to, so that we're distracted from the main fucking point. The main fucking point is to get back to self, to take care of this planet that we living on and to become one with one another. That's the main fucking goal. Fuck excuse my language, and I love you, Ye, but fuck you, nigga. Fuck all y'all. Like, fuck everybody who, like, you know what I'm saying, like, that's outside of, I always say I don't give a fuck up, like, I'm talking like Ye now, just ranting and shit, but I give a fuck about the economy in my household. I don't give a fuck about the economy outside because no matter who's president, whether it's a Democrat, Republican, an alien, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta care about my household, bro. The economy in my household is what matters the most.
Hill Earth.
Are you in survival mode though?
I'm in thrival mode.
You in
I've
thrival?
learned how to survive already, so I'm a survivor. But why the fuck I want to keep on surviving? Like, what I gotta keep on surviving from? Like, all this shit going against me. Like, I mean, it's time to fucking thrive. I know how to survive, but in thriving, no. Sometimes you gotta take a page out of your oppressor's book and learn how to play the game. The truth will set you free, and it also fuck you up. So being a super goody, right? Motherfuckers don't respect that goody shit. They take advantage of you when you a good motherfucker. I've been a good motherfucker for 37 years, bro. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of being taken advantage of. I'm tired of taking advantage of myself because I love so hard and all that shit. Now I gotta start kind of implementing certain aspects of the people who oppose me and try to oppress me. My ops, 2 words, that's OPP. You know what I mean? And learn how to use that OPP in order to win.
Right.
Use the design properly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I definitely feel you. So let's start the wrap up. All right. I want to get everyone's closing thoughts, cause we fighting spiritual warfare here. All right. I'm so glad that we come together as the Megazord. We got our pink and yellow Rangers here. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I gotta claim the Red Ranger. I'm Jason. You know,
Tommy.
he Tommy. You know, you the white or the Green Ranger?
The green one.
The green. All right, bet he played a dagger. Which one? Don't be the blue one.
Man, I'm the fucking Black Ranger. I don't know.
Hey, let's go, Mastodon.
I don't know none of their
Let's
names.
go.
Zach.
That was Zach. Zach had the pump. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, I got the pump.
You got the pump. All right, cool. All right, bet. So, in conclusion, it's time to close. So, shout out to us. I feel like we won this battle as far as spiritual warfare. We don't put this out, and you know what I'm saying? Different people, we gonna spread this vibe. All right? Now, as far as moving forward, what is it that you can do to continue to win this war? Not just the battle, but what do you feel like you can do to win this war? And we're going to start with the quietest people. So, Ginger, Tone, Ill Goddess, P Money, and I'll go last.
It's all good. I can go if you don't want.
Like y'all just didn't just y'all just sat up and make it a little bit nervous is what y'all said.
It's up to you. It's up to you, Ginger. The fate of humanity is up to you.
Wait, repeat that again.
Damn.
Oh, we just died.
That's pressure.
So, what are you going to do, Ginger? Ginger, what are you going to do personally to assure that we win this war?
I'm a roar. It's like no. I'm gonna continue to self-master.
Exactly.
That's the first thing anyone should ever do. And then just spread the light and love.
Indeed.
Make it fit like a glove. I wasn't trying to say that. It just came in.
We can have a cipher about it.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's definitely
Low.
it's definitely self-love. That's where it started at. Because at the end of the day, the only way you're going to change the world is if you start with yourself. So, you know what I'm saying? Self-love, that's like the most important thing because that's where it starts. Before anything, it got to start. It got to start there. So, you know what I'm saying?
They got to see it can happen with someone that look just like you.
Yeah, because I feel like people speaking up about shit like, that man left himself. That man gave up $1 billion to tell y'all dickheads that weed is fucking in modern day slavery. And he gave up $1 billion just to tell y'all niggas.
Self-master.
Us niggas. You know what I'm saying? The truth. Like, you can only respect somebody that's willing to give up all their bread. Like, to tell you that that we all being fucked over. Well, not all his bread.
the energy, that's first. He giving up his energy for
Right.
this shit. No,
He
you
risking
don't
his
know
life.
what he going through mentally, internally,
Right.
just by sitting there saying the stuff that he's saying. You don't even know what he thought. Like his whole energy is first for me. Energy is
God
first.
show me the way because the devil trying to break me down.
Yeah.
Jesus
Real
walks
rap.
with me. He understands that he
Wow.
is I and I am him. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about self, you said he loves himself. We got to realize that, like I said, there's an individual self and then there's a collective self. We are all one. Every race, color, and creed, we're all one. We're all on this motherfucker together, this big round circle, which is, you know, my whole philosophy on nothingness, the zero, and everything we came from. We're all one. So we need to act like it, bro.
Yeah.
And once you take care of yourself, this self, you take care of your other selves, every extension of yourself.
Facts.
Yes, can you
Yeah, that's facts.
imagine, have y'all ever just imagined and felt the feeling behind the universe, everyone in it in general, just being in harmony, just like really, truly loving each other? Because I thought about this a lot because that's what I want. Heal Earth is what I call it. But like, have you actually, and I want somebody to answer, if you have, awesome. Have you actually sat and thought and felt the feeling that you get just by knowing, seeing, experiencing the world being in harmony?
Indeed. I
That
feel
is
that.
so beautiful.
I feel that like during sex. I'm not gonna lie. When I like marry my body with another soul. You know what I mean?
It's
like it's beautiful.
It's
It's
so
like
deep too.
it's natural. It's simple, but it's very complex. So when we join bodies, we join forces and become one. That's the closest to being universal. I feel like I'm universally compatible. First of all, for all the single ladies out there, you know what I mean, I'm universally compatible. But uni is one. Verse, we have Bible verses and all that. Verse being version, verse being opposed to the AL, which is all. One version of us all is still all the versions of us all. Like it's like all interconnected. So to be universal,
You my man's, bro. My man got the acronyms or whatever the fuck these is.
I
when
just
you
play with
break
these
down.
words, man. Like, you know, I got bars and all that, but that's another topic. But that's what it really is. Like, we really all here to become one. So religions, as being man-made concepts and structures, are meant to put us in divisive states and have us arguing about shit that's not even important. That's why y'all need to check for my book, Infinite Origins, where I just found out that what I've stumbled upon is sacred geometry ultimately. But I stumbled upon it myself, and I found out that there's a whole... I already knew that somebody knew this knowledge that I just came across. But it's a whole philosophy outside of mine that if once we get this shit connected and people get my shit, religion is going to be null and void because I created a new religion in a sense where it's relatable, where people can understand the Most High on a closer level as opposed to it just being a sky daddy or whatever. No disrespect to nobody's shit.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean?
I agree.
I never heard that.
Real shit. On some real shit, at the end of the day, ain't nobody going, Jesus not sliding down no sliding board from from the clouds and saving nobody. We have to become our own saviors because he told us that in 1034. Like, we all guys too. So, like, act like it. Like, what y'all tripping for? Y'all trying to rock me. Like I say, I turn water to wine. I wake niggas up from the dead. I do all this shit. And y'all want to rock me. Why? Because I'm a good boy and I expose the truth. And y'all want to be devils. Y'all don't like hearing this truth because then you got to wake up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that we got to fucking wake up. So if it's I don't know if it's my turn yet.
That was your turn.
Hold up. I need my turn because I got simple words that's going to help us.
All right. In conclusion.
In fucking conclusion, what needs to happen is, ultimately, if we really want the world to be a better place, we have to practice knowledge of self. She says self-mastery. He says self-love. And those are two things that are very key. So how to practice that is doing what you know is better for yourself. So eating right, sleeping right, practicing love, like yourself and others. You know what I mean? Because how can you lose if, especially spiritually, right? If you're loving, if you're giving off good energy, good vibrations, you're going to win no matter what. Even if you wish your enemy well, you're going to win because you're putting out good energy while they sitting there hating and using their anger and all that. You coming in peace. Mm-hmm. So you're going to be at peace and the creator's going to align with you. But we have to know ourselves in order to impact others. You know what I mean? That's it.
Build it. Absolutely. Build it so that you can.
If you build it, they will come.
Right. Wait, he just said, I'm basically saying just build that strength within yourself. So, because it's not always just straight, just like the good energy that you carry within. Yeah, you could put it out. You could carry it within yourself, but there are also challenges. Mm-hmm. So just build it, the goodness within. So when challenges do come, you're not saying, oh, I thought it was just, all you have to do is just be good or be positive. No, them challenges going to come because you need to build that strength up for what's really coming.
Facts. Mm-hmm. Challenges is important. El Goddess, what's your closing thoughts?
My closing thoughts are that we all came into the earth with gifts and talents, and we're not supposed to keep those gifts or talents to ourselves. We're supposed to share those, fine-tune them in order to unlock doors, to become our greater selves, to make the world a more harmonious and livable, lovable place. So I feel like for me personally, I need to invest in my talents, pour into my talents, also invest in others around me, give love to others around me, and just really use the talents that I was given in this lifetime to basically bring light to a world that's ailing. So when you give yourself permission to do X, Y, and Z, excel, you actually help someone else like get a key and unlock and untap their like potential. So I believe in this lifetime, you just gotta like rock out with your talents and gifts and use it for good. Use it to uplift people, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I love that. So with the closing word, and I appreciate everything that you guys said. All of you guys made good sense. Me being a tennis club, I think about everyone. I'm Crown Line. So I think about everyone universally. So I don't really just think that self is the answer. I think that's the first step. So I definitely think that's the first step. I believe in my lifetime I can accomplish more than that step. So you talked about diving into talents. I believe I have a gift with my karma card. When I master it, as I continue to master it, the Jack of Spades, I am the initiator. I'm the ones that allows people into their higher selves. Mm-hmm. So I think that we need to go back to the first ancient civilization, which would be Atlantis, which would be where the birth of cardology comes from. And I believe that if we're able to show, kind of like Kanye and Elon believes, a Montessori school where people are able to dive into their gifts and talents. So if we're able to show people, all right, you're a 9 of spades, you're an 8 of heart, you're a queen of heart, you're a 9 of diamonds, I'm a 10 of club. This is the proper path. For instance, we had a former intern that was here that was just coming here for art. She was a 10 of club like me. 10 of clubs are the teacher cards. And I show her the path to being a teacher. And for 6 years, she's been a great teacher. And she's never looked back. And she's used her art and creative skills to teach. So I personally believe that if we can create a system to show everyone, all right, yes, we are all supposed to work in harmony together. All of these cards are one full deck. Like he said, we're all together. We're all oneness. All right. And if we can show everyone in a way simultaneously, whether it's possibly the internet, who knows how, what their true self is, and align that to become one full deck, I believe that is when true harmony can be fulfilled.
Yeah,
Facts.
Real shit. If you love yourself, then that means you love everybody else because you are the world. It's like you are, everyone is one, like you said.
But in loving yourself, you gotta be selfless though, because some people love themselves and they're selfish.
Right.
So,
right.
like I said, that's how we came to having people who deviated from, godly type of ways and just thought about their self and their collective self and only them. That's where this gang shit and all this shit come from, where it's like we better than y'all, so we gonna rock out.
Right.
Now we know that we the chosen people, we the original people, we the closest to the Most High and shit like that, but we not egotistical in a sense where we want to rock out on everybody and just eliminate. Right now they're trying to depopulate the world. So with that said, we have to repopulate knowledge into this world. So when you talked about the first ancient civilization, I'm not sure that was first. I'd like for you to substantiate that. But what I do know is that astrologically, as far as like the sciences, we have to get back to those things as far as cultivating a society. So polygamy is one thing I feel like needs to happen. You know what I mean? And not just from the sexual sense or none of that, but in general, coming together as one and not just separating, dividing or whatever. But practicing those sciences, those social sciences where we understand exactly who we're dealing with, who we're going into business with and being compatible with. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us are just hooking up for no reason. Oh, she cute or whatever the case, and it's like y'all not even compatible or rip, but you about to go down that for what? You know what I'm saying? As bad energy is going to create bad shit because you just going into it blindly. The more we know ourselves, the more we know others, and the more we're able to bring balance and bring harmony. That's it.
Big facts.
That's fact.
So, in conclusion, we appreciate y'all. Covenant Chronicles. Where can they find y'all, ladies?
You can find me on Instagram at illgoddess, also TikTok illgoddess.
You can find me at ginger_29 or just type in call me Ginger.
That's catchy. All right, cool. And you already know where to find these fellas.
Hold up.
Yeah.
I
Say
don't
one
know
more
if they know where to
time.
find me. But
Where can they find y'all?
Tony Rose. T.O. I'm not about to spell that shit. Tony Rose. That shit long as fuck.
Yeah,
Y'all
just
know where
make
to
sure
find me,
that
goddamn it.
the S is a $ and a rose.
Mr. Successful for right now. I'm actually in the process of being able to get people loans for businesses and self-employed mortgages. I'm also helping with tax overages. So if your home has been sold in a tax sale, I can help you connect with your surplus fundings that you don't know about. I'm also helping people with foreclosures. If you're in the process of being foreclosed, then I can keep you in your home for the next year to potentially 4 years. So get with me.
Get with him. He can keep y'all warm. All right, and y'all can find me at Gobana. Simple as that. Appreciate y'all. Closing out.
Peace.
Deuces.
Covenant music.